Good morning, I'm Diogo Barendse, and welcome to our Tuesday, the 23rd of November edition of GMNC. Our morning lineup starts with the important weather and surf report with Heili and Deon Bosman, followed by the daily dose of inspiration with Tony Subramony. Guests joining us this morning in studio are Michielin from Mozambique and Ballito Halloween Horrors, Courtney Braine from the Golden Tiki, Ashleigh Lezar from Lezar Trendi Gear, Victor Snyders, CEO of Skin Renewal SA, and Tracy Prepok from Sables Creatures. The show closes out with a music video showcase with Garth Taylor, or Garth Taylor should I say. It's Kids Sound with Laugh Out Larry straight after GMNC, followed by our stream of content-rich programming. A quick shout out and a special thank you to Puzza Water for our studio bottled water, and over to your weather and surf report.
Good morning everyone and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Ballito, Gas and Braine. Today will be cloudy and cooler with a couple of thunderstorms and breezy in the afternoon, with a high of 23 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. The real feel will be 22 degrees and the real feel shade 22 degrees as well. We have a southwesterly wind at 26 kilometers per hour and then wind gusts at 39 kilometers per hour. Also 96% chance of showers today. The sunrise will be at 4:49 a.m. and the sun sets at 6:35 p.m. Pretoria minder bewolk vandag en lekker warm with a high of 27 degrees and a low of 13 degrees. And then Joburg partly sunny and pleasant with a high of 25 degrees and a low of 12 degrees. And then Cape Town, nice with times of clouds and sun with a high of 22 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. Next up will be your surf report brought to you by Tine Skryfbehoeftes and Deon Bosman from Victory Surf. Enjoy your day and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Good morning, Ballito, and welcome to Tuesday morning's beach report. And yes, we have a westerly today. Finally, after so many days of easterly, we definitely going to get some surf today. The west is going to blow 20 to 25 knots, so it's going to get a little lumpy and bumpy out there around the afternoon, but definitely some fun peaks this morning and some decent waves to be had a little bit later today. This afternoon I think is going to be a bit too bumpy, so around midday should be the best time, and maybe again late this afternoon when that westerly drops off. So definitely some peaks at the main beach. Only 20-22 degrees today, so not really much of a beach day, but definitely fun to get in the water. Nice cleaner conditions than the last few days, and the water temperature 22 degrees. Enjoy your day out there, guys. Have some fun.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. We'd like to send a special shout out to Marissa and Corinne. Thank you for staying tuned and always watching the show. I'd like to welcome the big doggy dog, the man with all the inspiration and all the brains, Mr. Tony Subramony. How are you, boss?
I'm good, thanks, Diego.
Always a pleasure having you in studio, looking great in that shirt.
Thank you very much.
No doubt. So we're talking today about broken. Can you elaborate a little bit for us?
Yeah, thanks, Diogo. Good morning to the viewers. Very often we've heard this term being broken, and with life's trials and tribulations that we go through, we quite often take on this label that I'm broken, I'm shattered. And with the word broken and shattered comes this thinking that I need to be fixed. And sometimes we refuse to be fixed and we feel that we cannot be fixed. But I have good news for the viewers today. There's no one broken. None of us are broken. We're trapped. We're stuck in that experience that we've been through only. We just feel disconnected with what life is all about. And I want to encourage the viewers this morning that we need to drop that label of being broken and drop this thing that I need to be fixed, or I need to find someone to fix me, or I need to look at ways of fixing myself. Because the more often you look at that, the more often you become devastated and you continue to remain stuck and trapped in that very, very dark place of yours. I had a client a few months ago who I'd seen for the first time, and he said to me, you don't know me, and how are you going to fix me? And I said, the good news is you don't need any fixing. There's nothing broken. And he said, well, I could work with you. And that's the reality that I want to impress upon the viewers this morning, that there's nothing wrong with you, and you need to understand that there's nothing broken. Don't allow the energy that created you to be at war with you. Don't allow our lives to constantly be in conflict with ourselves. We need to understand that life is for living, and we can't constantly be bombarding ourselves with all the negativity and the fact that you don't want to be alive, you don't want to get up in the morning. We need to drop all that at the moment. I do understand that people have been through some traumatic experiences, but there's ways and means of actually getting out of it and living a life of bliss and joy. And especially with the time that, we've got a month and 2 days before Christmas, and with the festivity that's coming up, a lot of people are obviously going to relive a lot of the trauma and the tragedies that have been through as well. But I want to impress upon the viewers right now, this time in the year, to allow ourselves, you are given permission, you are granted permission to let go of that label that you are broken. Because when you are shattered, you're seeing yourself in pieces. And you're constantly attracting that kind of lifestyle. You're constantly attracting that kind of company where people say, oh, I'm also devastated. I'm also shattered. I'm also broken. They say, show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. And that's what we tend to attract. So today, I want to encourage viewers to take this decision now. Make a committed decision that you're going to get out of that box that says, I'm broken.
And in a sense, Tony, by being broken, you kind of relinquish the ability to fix yourself. Absolutely. You are looking at other people to fix you.
Yes.
Instead of understanding that you have the power within you to harness that energy to fix yourself.
Absolutely. It's an inside job, and you have the potential, you have the power. The moment you make a committed decision, Diogo, you'll be amazed at how you attract the help and the support that you rightly deserve. And also the fact that when you're stuck in that rut and you're stuck in that space where you feel you're broken, you tend to look at others and say, well, he's different. He can manage, I can't. And also, what message are we giving out to the world? What message are we giving out to the family? And we need to take control. We need to make the decision, and we need to make that commitment today, not tomorrow, not at the end of the month. It's today when we say, listen, enough is enough. I need to get out of that. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I learned in the years that I was not broken. I was just disconnected. And the moment I started connecting the dots in my life, I realized I didn't need any mood-altering chemicals to fix me or to make me feel better. And today I realize, without the greatest amount of gratitude, how powerful that journey that I've been on. And I'm grateful that I reached out and said, I need help.
And that it starts with one decision and then linking up another one and another one. And
Yes.
like you said, being committed to those decisions.
Yeah.
Because often people feel like they are helpless and that the world is just happening to them.
Yeah.
Yet they don't understand their ability or
Yeah.
effect that they have within their own world.
Yeah. Life is not happening to you, it's happening through you. And the moment you start seeing the role you should be playing in your own life, then you're going to take control of your life as well. So it's not about what happens on the outside, it's what's happening on the inside. It's all an inside job. So I want to encourage the viewers to take that committed decision this morning and make a difference in their life, one day at a time.
And that's a powerful statement to end on. Mr. Tony, thank you so much for your wisdom and your knowledge and your fantastic personality. You brings a smile to everyone in studio every week. Thank you so much for staying tuned, folks. We look forward to inviting Courtney and Hilton up next from the Golden Tiki. Stay tuned, folks. welcome back and thank you for staying tuned, Ballito. I'm uber excited to invite our next guests, Hilton and Courtney from the Golden Tiki Tattoo Parlor.
Morning.
Morning,
What's up,
guys.
How's it?
How does it feel waking up at this time?
I haven't been up this
Early.
early in a long time.
And check it, I don't think the tattoo culture is a early morning one.
No, we start at 10.
Start at 10, what a laugh, what a laugh, don't we all wish, eh?
Yeah.
Great, well, fantastic to have you in studio, guys.
Thank you.
And talk to us, the Golden Tiki, where are you guys based, what do you do?
So we're in the Ballito Center, just around the corner, you know where it is.
Yeah,
And we're there every day from 10 till 4,
okay,
tattooing, piercing.
nice.
Yeah.
And talk to me, do you do one style of tattooing only, or do you have multiple styles, you have different artists?
So there's 2 senior artists, me and Dylan. So I do like old school, new school, and he does basically everything. And then Courtney's the apprentice.
Yes.
Okay, so you the glue between the boys, they're kind of keeping them all
She
behaving
does,
well.
she does keep us grounded.
Pretty
She does
much.
everything. She does all our prepping, whatever we need, she does it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mother hen in the studio,
Pretty
hey?
much. That's
Keeping the
it.
boys in line.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And talk
Yeah.
to us about season. Your trading times, hours, do you have to make bookings? How does it all work?
It's essential to make bookings. You
Yeah.
can come, we do walk-ins, so come in and have a chat with us, show us your ideas, and then we can take it from there. Or you can get us on WhatsApp as well, and we can just go back and forth, and then
Okay.
make the booking from there. But December is really busy for us.
So you would recommend
I would,
bookings.
yeah.
And how do people find you? How do they get
We
in
are
contact with
most
you?
social medias, Facebook, excuse me, Instagram, so we are on that.
Okay, fantastic. And any specials that you're running over season?
Not at the moment.
Not at the, yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, we
Pay
haven't
for one
really-
tattoo, pay for your second.
Yeah, Buster hasn't sent us any info yet, so we're waiting on that.
Okay,
I'm
and who is
sure.
Buster?
So he's the owner. He started the brand.
Okay, fantastic. And it's an established brand, I believe?
Yeah, it's been about 15 years he's been doing it. So yeah,
Okay, fantastic. And there's stores in Joburg and...
there are 2, one in Linden and one in Hartspoortsdam,
Okay.
and then we have the one in Ballito.
Fantastic. Now, talk to me. I'm Daniel from Joburg. I've had 48 brandies, and I walk into your store and I want to get Thug Life tattooed
Don't
across my
come in
face.
drunk. We won't tattoo if you're drunk.
Doesn't work like that,
No,
eh?
no.
Okay. And how would you put people, their kind of skeptical mind at rest about cleanliness, COVID, all of these things? How does it affect your business?
We have to follow protocol. So we have signage. The minute you walk into the shop, you'll see it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
we have to, yeah.
And I believe you're an apprentice course. You studying?
Yeah.
How does it all work?
Well, you come in, you work in the shop, you pretty much start from the bottom and work your way all the way to the top. That's pretty much how it works. And you learn in the process as well. So
Okay, and is it all drawing and art-based stuff first, or
Yeah,
do you
it
go straight
starts-
gun in hand, start
no,
tattooing
no,
people?
not at all. You start with drawing, all the basic things like that, and then you slowly move your way up.
Health and safety as well. So
Yeah,
you should
health and safety
start
first.
with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. And then how do you transition into your first tattoo?
Oh, haven't
She
really.
would practice on her own legs.
Yeah.
Or mine or Dylan's.
Okay,
Either-
fantastic. You
yeah.
ready to
So
offer your legs
There's
up?
always someone, there's always a mate willing to give, you know,
Yeah.
a bit of skin.
Okay, fantastic. I'm sure we can ask a few of our other
sure there's some
audiences
people, yeah.
and our other
Sure.
interviewees if they want to get tattooed after this.
For sure.
Okay, and what
Wanna
made
get-
you want to get involved in tattooing, Courtney?
Oh, well, I've obviously loved tattoos for my entire life. I always thought it was something that was different, something that made you different and unique in that way. And I've myself always been different. And I just like expressing myself through art. They don't necessarily mean anything. It's just a way of expressing myself. And yeah, that's
And how
pretty
does mom
much
and dad
it.
feel about it?
My dad wasn't so keen in the beginning. My mom always supports what I want to do. My dad took a little bit of convincing, but he's come around. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
They're never happy in the beginning.
Yeah,
You should know. I don't know about
I've
your
got
parents.
Portuguese parents, and once they saw this, my mom was like, "Oh meu Deus, what's going on here?"
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, show us your little tattoo on the side of your face there. That's my favorite.
This one, yeah.
Well, a little shark
Little
fin
shark
there.
fin, yeah.
Talk us beyond that, Hubsy.
I surf, so I have a couple of sharks actually tattooed on me.
Okay,
So I'm
nice.
a bit of a collector of sharks. I do love them.
Nice.
Also for shark fin awareness.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That illegal
'Cause
trade in shark
yeah,
fin.
all of that, yeah. So
Okay,
because
fantastic.
Buster does one for bats, and then I'm planning on doing mine for
Okay.
shark fin.
And that's not the crazy old ones that drink Sauvignon Blancs at the country clubs, eh?
No, not those type.
All right, cool. And if we wanted to buy a gift for someone to get like vouchers
Sure. Yeah,
or
we do
anything
get
like that, you guys
vouchers. No
can do
problem.
that?
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just- you can pop into the shop or get a hold of us on social media.
And often you get a question like, how much for a tattoo? How do you answer that question?
What do you, it all depends what you have in mind, you know.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people ask, do you pay per piece? Do you pay per hour?
you can pay per piece or per hour, depending on the piece. You know, if
Yeah.
it's a really big piece, it also could take a few months, as you know, to complete that piece. So yeah,
And then piercing. Who does the piercings?
I do the piercings. Yeah,
Okay, and what are you limited to, restricted to?
I do nothing below the belt, everything above.
Okay,
yeah.
for guys and girls, eh?
Yeah. You know, guys don't really come through for piercings much as girls do. I pierce way more girls.
Okay.
Especially noses and ears.
All right.
Yeah.
And the kind of summer, I want to get my belly button pierced kind of vibe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what is the healing process on a piercing?
Everyone's different. I find everyone's different. It can take at least 9 weeks to heal.
Okay.
Even longer, like a belly, like bellies can take even a year plus to heal.
Sheesh.
So
That's
yeah,
intense.
bellies are the ones that take the longest to heal.
Okay.
So
Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time to come join us in
Cool.
studio today.
Thank you.
If you want to go and get tattooed, do something that you will hopefully not regret and have a good time and have something to show for it, come through to the Golden Tiki and have a great time getting chopped up.
thank you.
We'll see you straight after this break, folks. welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. I'm always excited to invite our next guest into studio, the world famous, the big boss dog, Mr. Brett Michielin. How are you?
What's up, Dean? What's happening?
Good to have you in studio.
Yeah, good, dude.
How are you feeling this morning? Looking beautiful.
Thank you. I try. I mean, I got a lot of competition with you around.
I think we're only competing with each other on the scale nowadays.
It's only us.
Tough at the top, guys. Like, so we have you in studio today, and we're talking about the Halloween Maze of Horrors. I heard it was a smash hit this year.
Yeah, dude. So we raised the first last year we did about 37,000. This year we got to about 125,000.
What?
Yeah.
125,000 rand.
Yeah. So it was really, really well supported. I felt this year we were better organized. Things just ran smoother. I mean, it's still hectic. It's long hours, and you get tired and crabby and the whole lot. But it was definitely a much better supported. Well, actually, it's always been well supported, but just much better,
This
much
year was a
smoother
lot more
running.
efficient,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I went through the maze myself, and thank God I brought 2 pairs of underwear, because I think you did a much better job this year. I got thrown in front of the crowd quite a few times, so I do think that the performance is absolutely fantastic. But the support, again, a really impressive thing.
Well, the one thing as well, we incentivized the scarers this year to scare the children. If they made them cry, they got an extra 50 rand. No, I'm joking. No, it was just, it was just well orchestrated, more planning and so on. Like, as time goes by, year after year, we just get better and better at it. I mean, it's the same as all the events and stuff that we do. It's just experience.
If people are interested in becoming scarers and assisting you next year, they say, geez, I could be a scarer. That's something that I'll be willing to do. How could they get into contact with you?
Well,
and
just
how could they assist?
Get in contact with anyone from Sables or myself, whatever the thing is. People must realize something. When my son was born, it was like the ultimate in my life. I never thought that experience would ever be beaten until you scare the hell out of a 5-year-old child. so
Setting the bar higher.
So if you, it is wonderful. It's wonderful making people from 5 to 40 poo their pants.
Definitely. I think the elder ones are really, really impressive. They're a lot more vocal than the younger ones are.
And some big boys, some big Joburg South boys that were screaming like girls.
Always great to humble a few people, isn't it? Fantastic. And let's touch on Sables. You said that the money went to Sables.
Yes.
What is that about?
So Sables Creatures is a charity that a lady called Seema put together. So it basically looks after animals in the township, homes animals out of the township, rabies injections, just looking after animals in general, you know what I'm saying? So if there's inoculations that get done, there's an animal that's been beaten, got mange, whatever the case is, comes out, gets sorted out and put either back to the family where
So doing meaningful work in areas that need the assistance.
Yeah, definitely. And then from there, I mean, you base from there. It just totally runs on the good of animal welfare and a lot of adoptions. Puppies coming out of the township. It's a never-ending pit of money that you pour into and so on like that. It never stops.
And especially without the spaying and neutering of all the breeding kind of aged animals, the pups just keep on coming.
They just keep on coming, dude.
Oh, so it really is a worthy charity of supporting.
Yeah,
and now that you've done some learning through the Halloween, I believe that you've got a lot of big eventing coming up into season. Yeah. Starting off with the Ballito Pro.
Yeah, so this year we're running the Ballito Village, the night market, and it's just going to be a night experience. So there'll be bands playing, we're getting a fashion show going. So it'll just be outside Mozambique and Concha, and myself. I don't know if you know Diogo, he's involved, So Dee's involved, and then Sid's from the Surfboard Agents also involved. And we're going to just put on a really nice total beach feel sort of huge party and awesome markets.
It's every day of the Ballito Pro.
Every day of the Ballito Pro from 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock. There's a 4 meter by 6 meter permanent screen going up, which is going to be huge. Straight after the Ballito Pro market, we're going into the Christmas fair. And all that money is 100%, there is no one making 1 ounce of profit from it. It's going straight back into the community.
And let's talk about that community project. I believe it's called the Ballito Beach Collective.
Yeah, so the Ballito Beach Collective has started quite a couple of years ago. I've only got involved with it now. So the guys basically look after the beaches, make sure they're clean, keep the alcohol off the beaches. I think that's our biggest problem in Ballito, is keeping the alcohol off the beaches.
And keeping them safe.
And keeping them
clean.
safe, yeah. That's the whole thing, and making sure the area is looked after, and there's security around. So if there's any problems, the guys are there to sort it out.
And the beaches are for everyone in Ballito. You know, without our beaches, we kind of lose the fabric of our town.
100%.
That's it. Well, Brett, thank you so much for coming into the studio and always being the bubbly character that you are and doing the fantastic work for the community that you do. We look forward to seeing what is in store and coming up.
Just as we finish off, you just said doo-doo.
Doo-doo. Thanks, Doo-doo. Ballito, thank you for staying tuned. We look forward to welcoming up a few more guests, so stay tuned and we'll catch you after this break.
Clothing Boutique is now situated at The Well, which is in Ballito, which is opposite Ashton College. So in addition to our clothing range, we also do a variety of other things. We do leather shoes, leather bags, gifting, cushions, homeware, whatever you need for a Lula living lifestyle. When you buy a garment from Lula, it doesn't just appear in the shop. A lot goes into it before it actually goes into the store. So from making the patterns, which I do myself, to sourcing the fabric, to making the prototypes, to making sure the thread matches, to making sure the elastic is correct, everything is done in-house. And from the time of conception of a pattern to actually getting a prototype sample can take 1 hour, and then we're happy with it and then we go into production. So all my people work with me directly in the factory, and there's 8 people that work with me, and they all have a role to play, including myself. Everybody just works together as a family, and we're supporting local, and everything happens under one roof at Lula.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. I'm excited to call up our next guest, the super bubbly and charismatic Ashleigh. How are you doing?
Thanks. Hi, Ballito TV. It's awesome to be back, and hello viewers. I'm glad I'm back. Tell you all my exciting news.
Good, and it does look like this news is exciting.
Yeah,
Talk to us about what you got in store.
I've got so much to say, so I'm going to quickly squeeze it all in 5 minutes.
Cool, go.
Okay.
You can do it.
All right. First of all, we're going to start off with the Rhino Connect donations that we're still working on, okay? And for little kiddies that couldn't finish their artwork, you know, because they've got to design their own T-shirt, and then we're going to print which one the judges decide on and everything, and obviously it's going to have a name on it. So I'm actually so excited. So that is extended until the end of November.
Okay.
Okay, so all those ones that have finished the exams now, they've got to get busy on their drawings. That's okay, and then send it in to us. Okay, we'd like to thank Clayton Designs because he's actually given us his design of his rhino picture on the T-shirt, which we're going to print, but obviously we'll put his name on it and that. And then every shirt that we sell, 10 Rand will go towards the Rhino Connect.
Okay,
so
lovely.
we are open to anybody else that wants to bring in their things and, as I said, to help support the rhinos.
Okay, and can anyone just donate to that rhino cause?
Yes.
So you're not doing shirts or anything. If you just want to straight up donate, you can?
Yes. There are companies, if there's any companies, whatever, they're welcome to just email us on lezartrendygear@gmail.com. Okay, and then they can just
Get
email
involved,
us and
yeah.
we'll be so happy to send them the banking details, and then they can just pay them direct.
Fantastic.
Okay, so at the end of the year, we want to give them a nice little check or something, say, yay, this is from Lezar
Thank you
Gear.
for putting the great work,
Yes.
yeah.
And everybody that has donated, all the names will be on the list.
Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. And can you introduce us to this little guy that we got on the table here? What's going on there?
This is our cute little minion, okay? This is actually a little piggy bank, believe it or not.
Okay.
So we're actually going to be launching it today, and it's a lot of money that can go inside, okay? So it's very nice for to start your kids to save their millions in the minion.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, yeah. Very easy to carry. You can just carry them upside down. That's just the lucky coin inside it. Okay.
Nice.
And then it's actually secured at the back there, so no little hands can go inside and empty it out.
Take it out,
Only
yeah.
mommy and daddy can empty it out, maybe when they're 21. Okay. So they can start putting like all their millions in there.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, we're
And are you guys
launching-
manufacturing these? Are you making them?
Yes, I've actually got a friend that does it for me.
Okay.
And then again, we'll help towards the Rhino Connect if we can sell a few. It'll make a lovely Christmas gift too, and obviously get your kid to start saving money.
For sure.
We are also launching our ladies' bri, okay? Well, I say ladies' bri because it's small, okay? But I'm
Okay.
sure guys can use it too. Just to put a quick wham bam steak on it, you know?
Yeah.
Quick one, okay? It's only about this big, and you'll see pictures on our Facebook and stuff too.
Okay.
Again, these are giveaway price at 160 Rand for this little darling here.
It's actually a super fair price for that. I mean, there's been some labor, some sweat that's gone into that.
Yes. And also you can use it as an ornament or kids' room or door stopper or
Yeah.
something.
Who
you know?
doesn't love a minion?
Yes, okay. And then we've also still got our meat sharpener here, which is very handy, even if you're trying to make presents or anything to give away, you know. And we also had our winner, Rebecca, that was also on our Facebook, whatever. She was the lucky one that won one of these.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And what do you use that for? Sharpen anything, eh?
Sharpen any knives.
Okay.
From
So be
bread
careful to
knife.
give it to ex-girlfriends.
Yes, okay, don't get it. Yeah, and it's also very nice to carry around and everything. Pack it in your bag if you want to go camping or wherever.
Okay.
Okay, and then also my other exciting news. Okay, apart from the stores that are coming up, we're hoping to be in Ballito Pro from the 9th to the 19th. Then, okay, we've got a fashion show at Mike's Kitchen on the 16th of December, and Lezar Trendi will be showcasing our designs and that. And also they've got nice food there too, okay?
Okay, yeah.
No competition. Yeah.
No problem at
And
all.
then
So 16 December being
16th
a
of
public
December.
holiday.
Yes.
Run us through that event. How's it all going to go down?
Okay, it's going to start at 6 p.m., okay? And obviously you just got to book online or book through the restaurant and that. And it'll all be on Facebook and everything, all about it.
Okay, and they're going to be showcasing all of your new trendy gear?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's also something
and
exciting.
all your gear is focused on females or
No,
female
no, no, no,
and male?
no. We've got females, we've got males. The nice thing about my gear is that it ranges from tinies to big ladies and big men and stuff, okay? And because our theme is we like to make people feel beautiful, okay? So all you have to do is just puff up your pigtail, ladies, okay? Stick your Lezar kit on and go
And
to
off
shops.
you go.
Go
There you
to
go,
okay, anyway.
sorted.
Yeah, as I said, so that's what we do, the exercises like 4XL and everything. You see? And we just want to keep everybody happy and beautiful.
Exactly, and looking the Ballito way of life. Eh? I don't think we've ever dropped a nephew or anyone off without seeing someone in the Lezar trendy gear.
Yes.
So definitely a firm favorite amongst the community.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Ballito Pro, you are retailing at the Pro?
Yes, we're hoping to be there and that. And then we've also got the Christmas fair coming up too. And that.
100%.
We're going to be there. And also another little surprise, we're actually sponsoring a gift to Tasso's for their birthday.
Okay.
Okay, so wherever you are, Lezar's there.
Nice.
Okay.
And when is their birthday?
I'm not going to tell you. No, the 4th of December.
Okay, 4th of December, I believe
Yes.
they're doing an all-white party.
Yes.
All right, so you're going to
Alright.
come in all-white Lezar gear?
Yes.
Is that the gift?
And then there's going to be, I'm not going to tell you what the gift is, what we're sponsoring, but you've got to be there to see if you're going to be the lucky winner.
We'll check it out there.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, so a lot of things are happening. As I said, we're always open to suggestions and anybody else that wants to help focus on our Rhino project and everything.
And
Okay.
how do people volunteer their time to you? How do they get into contact? How do they say, hey Ash, I love what you're doing, love your vibe, how do I get involved? What help do you need and how do they do it?
Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or I can give you my cell number, but I'm going to say it quickly soon. Yeah. It's 082-457-3000, easy number to remember. And as I said, we always are we're around somewhere. And mainly, we've also got a web, www.lezartrendy.co.za.
Okay, and can you buy your gear online?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or-
quite a fully integrated system and platform you're running.
Yeah, the other nice thing that we'd like to express is also that we design hoodies or trucky buns like what I'm wearing.
Okay.
Like if you want a red print or green print, or
You
if you
can
want
customize it to
print
what
down
people
here,
need.
well, yeah. See, it's just to make it special. And the nice thing about it is that nobody else will have what you're wearing.
Exactly.
See.
One off.
I'm not boasting, but I'm just saying it's a nice thing.
Great. Ashley,
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking the time and for bringing the fire to the set as well.
Sweet, thanks.
Thank you so much for staying tuned, and we look forward to inviting you to our next interview straight after this break. Stay tuned.
The importance of certified, compliant and good working fire equipment can mean the difference between your insurance claim being successful or rejected. All insurance companies insist on fire equipment compliance before business or buildings can be insured. Here we have BrokerSure leading the way by setting an example to others. Well-maintained fire equipment is the key to an insurance claim in the event of fire damage. HASPAC being SABS and SAQCC accredited and certified are well positioned to serve, maintain and provide new quality fire equipment such as fire extinguishers, hose reels and hydrants. Fire extinguishers, hose reels and hydrants require annual service and maintenance by law to be compliant. HASPAC offer these services through highly qualified technicians and a modern state-of-the-art workshop. HASPAC take the time and effort to remind their valued clients on an annual basis, taking the responsibility and worry away from the client through their up-to-date software systems. HASPAC offer quick and easy replacement services to ensure you, your business are protected and abiding to the laws. Remember, commercial locations have strict laws governing them with regards to fire safety regulations. Call us, make sure you and your business are compliant.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. Up next, I've got someone who is familiar with the show, I'm going to be inviting him back, Mr. Victor Snyders.
Thanks very much, Diogo.
Fantastic. Welcome back. Welcome
Thank
back
you.
on the set and the show. You look super comfortable there. Not your first rodeo.
It was quite different seeing you here today because I'm used to working with Darren.
Exactly.
Who's a little easier on the
mildly
eye.
disappointed, eh? Fantastic. But looking dapper yourself.
Thank you very much.
And welcome. So, Skin Renewal, talk to us about your trip and transition into Ballito.
Well, Ballito is always a place that's been close to my heart. It was very funny listening to Brett's interview and talking about the beaches, because that was my first experience of Ballito between 1976 and 1979, so nearly 45 years ago, when I was a student at Natal University. And the week before RAG weekend, we would always do a thing called Country Districts, where we would go out and take out the RAG magazine and do the collections in all the rural areas, because Durban was really the only thing that was happening.
Yeah.
And our residents had drawn Ballito, and Ballito was always our destination. So on the Friday afternoon, about 200 of us would trek out to Ballito, and then we would literally invade the beach. But Ballito was virtually nothing in those days. There were probably about 20 houses and a cash store and a dirt road that went from the old...
the old M4
the
through
old
Zimbali.
M4. Zimbali didn't exist. Nothing else existed. And we would arrive with 200 people and generators and lots of beer and food and whatever, and we'd spend the night on the beach. Let's say we would go to sleep eventually.
At some point.
And then we would do the RAG in the morning, and because Ballito was not that huge, there really wasn't a great deal to do.
It was actually a village.
It was a village, so we, after about 10 o'clock in the morning, we'd go up to Salt Rock and then to Charkers. But Ballito just became this fixture on my calendar every year. And I've been visiting Ballito fairly consistently for the last 40-odd years.
So kind of a natural magnetism to come back.
It grow. You know, the other thing that really struck us, Ballito was a branch that we wanted to open, and we were quite involved around 2 years ago, and we were on the point of finalizing a deal to open in Ballito when COVID hit. And that obviously put everything on ice. It was a time to consolidate your businesses and sit back. And around about the June, July this year, I was talking to my partner, Dr. Maureen, and saying, you know, maybe we got to start looking at Ballito and start putting the deal together again. And then the unrest hit. And we watched it on TV from Johannesburg, and what really struck me about Ballito was the sense of community, the way the community pulled together, the way that everyone really combined to protect what they had
and
here.
preserve what they call home.
It was a tremendous feeling of positivity that came out of something that was quite a disastrous situation. And I found it very inspiring. And I said to Maureen, you know, I really want to be a part of this. And literally the next week, we heard that Dr. Michelle Westcott was emigrating to Ireland, where she got offered a dream job, and that she was going to sell her practice, which gave us a very easy in. We did the deal with her, and we opened in August.
Fantastic. And talking about opening, what is Skin Renewal? Talk to us about the product.
So really, our business is aesthetic medicine. Number one, we're a medical practice. Around the country, we have about 25, 26 doctors on staff, and our entire approach is through the doctor. We also have around 80 to 100 therapists who work for the company. They're all medically trained, and they work very, very closely with the doctors. What really makes us different is that every patient journey is through the doctor, so it's not done through a therapist.
A backdoor kind of.
So you have the professional approach and the theoretical background of the doctors with the medical side, but you have extreme experience from the therapists that are working for us, many of whom have been with the company 10 years plus, and are very well trained. What really makes it different as well is that it's an integrative approach. And to illustrate that, if you are driving in your car on the freeway and a light comes on your dashboard, you've got a problem. So in the same way as if something happens on your skin, eczema, acne, pigmentation, something like that, it's like that light on the dashboard. You got a problem.
And you should go to the right qualified people to get that problem checked.
The difference is this, is that when you've got a problem in your car, you know that you need to go to a mechanic. You don't unscrew the light bulb to make the problem go away.
Yeah.
Okay, because you know that it's a warning. Yet, with skin, a lot of people treat the symptom instead of the cause. So they get rid of the acne, and then it comes back because the cause hasn't been removed.
The underlying...
Absolutely. So what we always do is we work both symptomatically and causally to, yes, we have to deal with the actual problem, but we also have to find out what is causing that problem and go into...
And that is the holistic approach that you have
with the doctors. And that's really the integrative approach.
The therapist.
Which also means that a patient has a journey. You don't fix a problem with a quick visit.
You don't put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, it's like weight loss, which is something else that we do, a medical weight loss program. There's no such thing as a pill that you will lose 20 kilos in a week.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
And lifestyle choices.
It's an entire... it's interesting you mentioned lifestyle choices because that's another part of our business. We use something called the 4 pillars. And once again, to go into the analogy of a car, what our doctors do is essentially what panel beaters do in the motor trade. So they're the people who fix the outward appearance of the damage. What our therapists do is what mechanics do. It's the full services. It's changing the spark plugs. It's getting all of those things
getting the
right.
fan belt running.
They have the equipment. They have the technology available to them. They have the tools and everything to do what you cannot do. At the same time, you have a responsibility to do certain things to your car as well, which is the kind of topical treatments that you do, taking off makeup, the right sort of skin hygiene that you do, which is the equivalent of petrol, oil, water, air in your tires. But the very last one is the lifestyle choice. You can do all of those things for a car, but if you drive like a nutter and you hit a speed bump at 80 k's an hour...
Yeah, your wear and tear is going to be a lot higher.
Absolutely. So lifestyle choices, smoking,
and Ballito
sun
being
protection.
a coastal lifestyle, sun protection, which I
Absolutely.
was getting into, it's got a major effect on the health and well-being of your skin.
Absolutely. It is probably the single most damaging factor. And admittedly in South Africa, it's not as bad as in countries like Australia, but the sun really can damage you. The problem is that much of that damage you don't see until much later in your life. So the pigmentation and the discoloration, the sunspots, all of those things start appearing when you're 40, 45, 50, and then they're a lot tougher to get rid of. So prevention, much more important.
And where do we find you and get into contact with you and make use of your services?
We're in Regency House, just behind the Lifestyle Centre, opposite the hospital. And we're open 6 days a week. We're on our website. We're very involved in local social media. And we're loving being in Ballito. It's been a great journey for us, and we're very happy to be here.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming through, spending time, and imparting your knowledge. I'm sure we will have you back on the show again, and hopefully with Taryn, who will be easier on the eye than I. But thank you for staying tuned, Ballito, and we'll catch you after this short break.
When it comes to your skin, call in the specialists. For a trusted, non-surgical solution to youthful skin, there is simply no better choice than Skin Renewal. Our clinics specialize in the full range of medical aesthetic treatments, using a wide range of medical-grade technology. Let our dream team of highly specialized doctors show you how to become the best version of yourself. Skin Renewal, the elixir of you.
Ballito is ready and waiting to welcome and embrace you and your family to our wonderful town. Our restaurants are open. Supermarket shelves are fully stocked. And liquor is available for sale. So we say cheers to all of this. Our beautiful winter days with open beaches and swimming permitted allows you to enjoy your break in the best possible way.
Welcome back, Ballito, and thank you for staying tuned. My next guest is someone who has an absolute heart of gold and does way more charity work than she should, but is a gem for it. Tracy from Sables Creatures, how are you?
Hi there, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Good to see you not covered in dog hair and having 40 puppies running and jumping all over you.
I thought about wearing the Sables shirt, but it's not looking great. So we went with just a plain option,
Okay,
thanks for having me, thank you.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure. So we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to talk about rabies. We're doing a drive. Run us through the whole process.
Okay. Sables are doing a rabies vaccine campaign at the Salt Rock Library on Saturday, the 27th of November now, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. A great team of volunteers. A lot of them have gone through a training course with the state vets and are certified to do the rabies vaccines. And yeah, it's very, very important. Please, if your dogs haven't been vaccinated, make sure you get there. It's very important because rabies is rife at the moment, and I believe there's even been 2 cases of rabies in Ballito of late. So it's important to do the right thing.
Talk to us about the validity of a rabies vaccine. How long does
when they're small, they need to get vaccinated twice in their first year, and then after that, it's every 3 years. But it can't harm them to get, every time there's a campaign yearly or every second year, take your dogs and have them done. It can't harm them to have it a little bit more often than that.
And say you have a dog and you don't have the ability to go to a vet and pay for a vaccine.
Well, we're doing it all free. There's no cost involved, so bring your dogs along. It's there in the car park in front of the library, 9 till 12, and do
and
it.
Anyone can come anytime.
Anybody can come.
Any size of dog.
Absolutely, but we please just ask that you keep your dog on a lead, or if in the cats in their cat boxes, or stay in your car if you've got big dogs that might cause a scene with other dogs. The rabies vaccinators will go to the cars and do it in the cars for you.
And how do you get the funding to get these vaccines?
The state vets. They supply Sables with, because they've been trained,
And is that the difficult part, to get vets to kind of get on board with you? Or was the training tough? What was the process?
Like there's a very big shortage of vets at the moment, and their time is very valuable. So, yeah, it's very hard.
And fundraising, obviously, an essential part of
a huge part.
Your foundation.
Absolutely.
What fundraising events do you have coming up?
We've got a pop-up shop at Concha Park here, on Kogan Park, on the 4th of December, where we'll be doing, like we've done before, a pop-up shop with people have very generously donated their gently used goods. So if anybody wants to come and have a look, we'll be there. I think we'll start off at 10 on the 4th and work a little bit into the afternoon. And then, and also we do just general fundraising. Like every now and again, you'll see something on our Facebook page where we're needing funds, and if you feel uncomfortable putting into a Sables account, the vet's accounts are always available, so you know that it's going straight to the source. Straight
to a great cause.
Absolutely.
I mean, myself and Brett have assisted you throughout the years
absolutely,
so often
you
that,
guys are amazing,
we personally know exactly where the funds are going to, but it's a little bit more difficult for other people sometimes to donate cash. But I remember that pop-up market you had on the store. I think I didn't have any staff left in my store to work because they were freaking out about how amazing it was. So everyone, it was really a well-supported thing. So say we have gone through a spring clean at home and we want to donate a whole bunch of stuff. What is that process?
You're welcome to drop off. I'm at Dolphin Coast Pre-Primary. You're welcome to drop your stuff off there if it's easier for you. Or Michelle, who you can get her number on our Facebook page, is very happy to come and collect from you if you just give her a shout. If anybody, I don't know her number offhand, but my number is 084 8888 drop me a WhatsApp and I can pass it on to Michelle, or what comes to me also goes
And
to
then
the
I
right
believe
spot.
that there's a Christmas market happening in Cogan Park this year as well, from the 21st
outside
to the
Mozambique.
23rd.
There's big things happening there, I believe, too. Yeah, and Sables will be involved in that night market, a slightly classier from our normal pop-up, but yeah, we hope to have some great stuff there.
Slobber and hair and everything.
Yeah,
will that be?
hopefully, yeah. And then one more thing is our Christmas outreach, which we do every year, and we appeal to people to donate dewormers, Milbamax, tick and flea stuff, and dog food. We go out up to Lot 14 and Happy Valley and Charkers Head and feed, obviously, loads of dogs. There's so many needy. And Seema just mentioned that she has been doing that for 14 years. She's been doing the feeds. It started very humbly in Stanger. She used to go on foot with loaves of brown bread just to feed those dogs who had nothing. Obviously, it wasn't very nutritional in that for the dogs, but they were getting something other than a bone off the ground or something like that.
Or a kick.
And now it's much bigger. Seema will go out once or twice a week into the areas and feed on a regular basis, mange treatments and that. I mean, if you go and look on our Facebook page, you'll see the success stories. There's been some major, and they get so excited when they see the Sables people coming. Those dogs know, I promise you.
That mealtime is coming, treatment's coming.
They love it.
And if we wanted to volunteer, say I had some spare time on the weekend and we wanted to come and assist.
Absolutely. sablescreatures@gmail.com. Drop us an email. We're always looking for volunteers, always. And fosters as well. If anybody's in a situation where they can foster and help us out, we've got a WhatsApp group of fosters, and if we do get a little puppy in and it needs bottle feeding or something, it goes on there. And if you can help, drop us a line and we'll add you to that group. And if there's a dog available and you can help at the time, that's awesome. Yeah.
So every little bit helps is pretty much what you're saying.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
just to recap, we've got our rabies campaign that's happening.
On Saturday.
That is this Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we've got a pop-up market happening.
On the 4th.
On the 4th.
And the 11th is our Christmas outreach. So if anybody wants to donate, please can you get hold of us before that. We like to go with full vans.
Tracy, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
And for doing what you do. I mean, really appreciate it.
We are a great group of people that give a lot of time, yeah.
Great. Ballito, you know what to do. Get involved, support the right causes, and make a difference. We'll see you after the short break. Thank you so much for staying tuned and watching Good Morning North Coast. We'd like to send a major thank you and shout out to all our sponsors, to all our interviewees, guests and viewers today. Stay tuned this evening. We're going to hit you up with a Chandramala at 7:30. I don't think it's a Chandramala, it's just called Chandramala at 7:30. We're going to be closing off with Garth Taylor's music video labeled Try. Have a great day, Ballito, and keep it tidy.
Why is it when I'm sad, I always think about you? Why is it when I'm lonely, I just can't do without you? Why is it when I smile, I forget you were always there for me? There's no price you would not pay for me with your love. Now every night I lie awake because I miss you, and I just can't deny the way I love you so. And if I had the chance to relive the days I took for granted, I'll never let you go. Oh no, I'll never let you go. Remember how we laughed inside. No, why is it so empty? Remember how we made the deal that we would never buy. What if I called you up? What if I said I'm sorry? Is there a second chance? And would it last forever? 'Cause I know I would die without. Yeah, I breathe it's you. Oh, it's you. He's the reason why I swear it's true. Remember how we laughed inside. Now why is it so empty? Remember how we made the deal that we would never buy. Yes, remember how we laughed inside. No, why is it so empty?